Hi there, I'm Bernadette Cooper, and today we're going to be reviewing one of the 7 decisions for success as presented in the book by Andy Andrews, The Traveler's Gift. The first decision for success is the buck stops here, and that's about accepting responsibility for where you've been and where you're heading. The second decision for success is I will seek wisdom. King Solomon is the second person that our main character David meets on his journey. For those of you who don't know, King Solomon was a king of Israel. He was known for his incredible wisdom and decision making. The story that most people are going to remember is one where 2 women brought an infant before the king, each of them claiming that the child was hers. Now, the king settled this dispute by offering to cut the child in half so that each may have a part of it. If you don't know how the story ends, you can either email me or just go straight to the Bible, 1 Kings chapter 3, verses 16 through 27, and see how the story ends. Now, before we go any further, I want to clarify something. Wisdom and knowledge are not interchangeable. Wisdom contains knowledge, but if you have knowledge without the wisdom to know what to do with it, it's not much use to you. So let's look at the definitions of both wisdom and knowledge. There are several definitions in Webster's, but for the purpose of our discussion, I'm going to use the ones that are most relevant here. Wisdom is accumulated learning or knowledge, the ability to discern inner qualities and relationships, or otherwise known as insight, good sense or judgment, or a wise attitude, belief, or course of action. And knowledge is defined as the fact or condition of being aware of something, or the sum of what is known, the body of truth, information, and principles acquired by humankind. From the beginning of time, the search for knowledge has been among mankind's most important endeavors. Today, more than ever, there is a wealth of information available to anyone willing to go looking for it. We're no longer limited to a trip down to the library hoping that the titles are going to be available, or going to the bookstore and spending hundreds or even thousands of dollars on titles that may or may not help us in the search for success. We have at our literal fingertips more information than we know what to do with. The internet provides us with the ability to search out that information using the most minute criteria we can think of. So now that you know where your knowledge comes from, how about your wisdom? Who are your friends, your colleagues, your mentors? Are these people successful? And are they wise or simply knowledgeable? What many people don't realize is that the folks that you hang around with shows who you are. If you're hanging out with your high school or college buddies in the same old places talking about the same old things, you're not going anywhere. You need to surround yourself with successful people, people who share your vision of success. I belong to an online community that provides resources and challenges and support, the things that I need in order to do what I do. Sharing your vision with others who have a similar vision gets the gears turning in your head so that you can take effective action. Hopefully, while you were acquiring your knowledge, you gained insight to utilize good judgment in developing a course of action. Part of that action is sharing what you've learned with others. Make someone else's journey a little easier through the benefit of your knowledge and experience. Keep in mind that wisdom is also acquired through taking action. Actions may not always result in success at first, but even a failure is a step toward success. Money and success don't just happen. You have to acquire knowledge and develop wisdom and put things in action in order to achieve success. Next step is the third decision.